back, and in today's video we will discuss about the judiciary, that is Chief Justice of India, and appointment and removal of judges through PT 365 document of Vision IS. So let's start. It is a rapid revision series. In this I am also revising, and with the help of me you will also be revising it. So the recent news is Justice B.R. Gavai took oath as a 52nd CJI, but we all know that currently 53rd CJI is in office, that is Justice Suryakant. Sir. Chief Justice of India is mentioned under Article 124 Clause 1 of Indian Constitution, and it also mentioned that it should not be beyond 33 other judges plus 1 CJI. Appointment is done through President. Appointment of CJI follows dual convention of consultation with the outgoing. Basically, the outgoing CJI gives names to the Union Law Minister, and Union Law Minister recommends the name to the PM, and then PM advises to President to appoint the next CJI. For example, Justice B.R. Gavai has recommended about Justice Suryakant, and currently President appointed him as the next CJI. Till the age of 65 years they can serve. It is similar to the Supreme Court judge eligibility. It is administered, oath is administered by President. Our first CJI was Justice Harilal J. Kania. It is under the Right to Information Act of 2005. Responsibilities of CJI are appointment of Supreme Court staff, master of the roster. Basically it means appointment of benches of Supreme Court or providing Supreme Court judges the cases allotment, etc. Performs various duties like administering oath and appointing judges of Supreme Court. Head of the collegium system, which was born through 3 judges case, we all know. Also we know that any retired judges of Supreme Court of India can be called back to seat and act as a Supreme Court judge by CJI, but there is requirement of President of India's approval. So now let's discuss about the appointment and removal of judges. It is also mentioned under Constitution in the Article 124 for Supreme Court and Article 217 for High Court. So let's start discussing. Recently 2 new judges appointment in the Supreme Court. So now it's full 34 judges, 33 Supreme Court judges and 1 CJI. Next there is mentioned about collegium system birth. So in first judge case it was told that President needs to see the recommendation by the CJI, but it was not binding by back then, and President was having a greater say in the appointment of Supreme Court judges, but it was changed in second judge case of 1993. It is also known as Supreme Court Advocate on Record Association versus Union of India case. It leads to the birth of collegium system, that is it mentions about the CJI and 2 senior most judges of Supreme Court. In third judge case it mentions about the current collegium, that is 1 CJI plus 4 senior most Supreme Court judge. Currently our Supreme Court appointment, High Court appointment and removal of High Court judge works under the collegium system. So now let's discuss how India appointed judges in the collegium system. For High Court there is different process, and for Supreme Court there is different process. It mentions about 1 CJI plus 4 senior most Supreme Court judge, but here initially the High Court provides recommendation to the next collegium that Supreme Court has to consider. So here 1 CJI of High Court, CJ of High Court and 2 senior most judges of High Court. Later on the recommendation is passed to the collegium system where there is 1 CJI plus 2 senior most Supreme Court judge. Here 2 senior most, here 4 senior most. The formal appointment is done by President in both the cases. Now let's discuss about the removal of judges. So Article 124 Clause 4 deals with the removal of judges of Supreme Court. Constitution mentions 2 grounds, that is proven misbehavior and incapacity. However, there is no definition. Remember it, there is no definition. Next, in Article 124 Clause 5, it mentions that the Parliament has the power. So what is the majority required? Special majority. And also there is a statutory provision, that is Judges Inquiry Act, which is also formed and empowered through Article 125 Clause 5. Article 217 deals with the High Court judges removal, and it mentions that the procedure is same, that is special majority is required by the Parliament to remove the Supreme Court as well as High Court judges. So remember one thing, no judge has been removed till now. It is a massive victory for the judiciary and its transparency. So Constitution does not uses the term impeachment for judges. It is only mentioned for the president, neither for vice president. No other than president can be impeached. For others, there is the mention of term removal. How a judge is removed in the constitutional process of India. So first there is the motion initiation, that is 100 members of Lok Sabha and 50 members of Rajya Sabha. Then investigation committees formed, which includes the judges, that they will inquire against the charges of the judges. Thirdly is the parliamentary approval. The parliament must pass it through special majority, that is 50% of total membership plus 2/3 of member present and voting. Presidential order to remove the judge. There is some also extra information regarding additional judges. So recently there is 14 advocates as additional judges in Bombay High Court. The ratio is mentioned in the 75:25, that is 75 permanent and 25 as ad hoc. Additional judges, Time period should not exceed about 2 years, and it is also under the constitutional provision of Article 224. The eligibility criteria is same, age of 62 years, similar to the High Court judges eligibility. When it is required, when there is extremely workload. So about district judges, we can learn about how a district judge is appointed. So here the combined experience of 7 years is required as an advocate or the person is in office. Both is mentioned to be eligible for the direct recruitment under district judge. It is mentioned in Article 233 that both advocates and in-service candidates can be appointed, but there is requirement of 7 years practice in total. Appointment of district judge is mentioned under Article 233, and appointment authority is the governor. For High Court and Supreme Court, it is President, and for District Court, it is Governor in consultation with the High Court. So that's it from my side. I hope you learned it. Even I revised it with you all, guys. So keep learning and stay connected. Bye-bye.